Dragons. It's another day in paradise. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. So what are we going to do that's different? So each day I get up and I meditate. How can I change the flow of energy in the planet? And the only way to do that is to change the energy in me and to share it with you. So, play the music, maestro.
Drum up your Qi. Qi-Gong drum. Drum up your Qi. Qi-Gong drumming. Drum up your Qi. Drum up your Qi. Qi-Gong drumming. Qi-Gong drumming. Drum up your Qi. Qi-Gong drumming. Drum up your Qi. Qi-Gong drumming.
Okay, we're gonna pluck. We're gonna poke.
Drum your lungs, side to side. Drum your lungs, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your lungs, side to side. Drum your lungs, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Drum your kidneys, side to side. Drum your kidneys, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your kidneys, side to side. Drum your kidneys, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your chest, side to side. Drum your chest, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your thighs, side to side. Drum your thighs, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your sacral, side to side. Sacral pump, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your sacral pump. Drum your sacral pump. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum up your arms. Drum down your arms. Drum up your arms. Drum down your arms. Drum up your arms. Drum down your arms. Switch arms. Drum up your arms. Drum down your arms. Now drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch your leg. Now drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drum your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Qi-Gong. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Drum your heart. Drum your lungs. Qi-Gong, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now slap your liver on the right. Slap your sleeve on the left. Slap your liver on the right. Slap your sleeve on the left. Drum your liver. Drum your sleeve. Drum your liver. Drum your sleeve. Drum your liver. Drum your sleeve. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your belly. Side to side. Drum your belly. Side to side. Drum your belly. Side to side. Old age, sickness, suffering, and death. Old age, sickness, suffering, and death. Prevention is the only cure. Qi-Gong jump to base my breath, to live a drug-free life and more. Asthma, allergies, diabetes, heart disease. Qi-Gong is the only cure. Qi-Gong lifestyle is for me, so I can be pain-free
And do more. Old age, sickness, suffering, and death. Prevention is the only cure.
Qi-Gong to base my breath,
To live a drug-free life and more. Asthma, allergies, diabetes, heart disease
Qi-Gong is the only cure. Qi-Gong lifestyle
is for me, so I can be pain-free and do more. Now pluck your thyroid side to side. Pluck your thyroid side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now pluck your thyroid side to side. Pluck your thyroid side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now poke your pancreas side to side. Poke your pancreas side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now bang your hip bones, go to that bump. Bang your hip bones, go to that bump. Qi-Gong side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now make little hammers at your fingertips. Pineal push, side to side. Pineal push, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Pineal push, side to side. Pineal push, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Put your thumb on your temple. Pull apart your forehead. Pituitary pull, side to side. Pituitary pull, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Pituitary pull, side to side. Pituitary pull, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now memory brush, side to side. Memory brush, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidneys. Shake your hands, move your cheek.
Shake your hands, show me what you're working with. Shake your hands, move your cheek. Shake your hands, show me what you're working with. Now drum the sky, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum the sky,
Side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum the earth, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum the earth, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side.
Now shake them to the side, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now shake them to the side, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now shake them up, move your cheek. Shake them up, show me what you're working with. Shake them up, move your cheek. Shake them up, show me what you're working with. Now lean back. Now drum your lungs side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your lungs side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now
Lean forward. Now drum your kidneys, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now drum your kidneys, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side.
Now thump your chest,
Time to stomp.
Qi-Gong, side to side. Now find the stomp, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now sacral pump,
Side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side. Now sacral pump, side to side. Qi-Gong, side to side.
Now right hand jig,
Right hand jing.
left hand jig,
Left hand chi. Right hand shin.
left hand jig,
Left hand jing.
left hand jig,
Right hand shin.
left hand jig,
Left hand chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Heart. Lung. Liver. Spleen. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart. Lung. Liver. Spleen. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart. Lung. Liver. Spleen. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart. Lung.
heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, spleen, liver.
Right kidney. Left kidney. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Jing. Chi.
Heart, lung, lung, liver, spleen, liver, spleen, liver. Right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney.
Jing. Chi. Jing. Chi.
Lung,
Liver, spleen, liver. Liver, spleen, liver. Right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Jing. Chi. Jing. Chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, chi, kidney, jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, chi, kidney, jing. Heart, long, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, heart, long, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, heart, long, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, heart, long, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi. Blue dragon, Qi-Gong, blue dragon. Okay, turn the music down, kind of low. Just turn it down. Okay, now I want to explain why. First of all, I'm going to explain how easy it is to understand Chinese medicine. Turn it down a little bit lower. Okay. I want to explain how easy it is to understand Chinese medicine. Now, the disease process starts with accumulation. So what are we accumulating? Overeating, overdrinking, overworking, just doing too much, getting exhausted. Number 2 is stagnation. What is stagnation? Not drinking enough water, not getting enough sleep, not exercising. That's stagnation. And then that leads to inflammation. Now, what is inflammation? Well, that's infection, okay? That's toxins in the body from eating the wrong foods, okay? So, accumulation, stagnation, inflammation, and then disease. So Western medicine acknowledges that 99% of all disease comes from inflammation, but they don't tell you what happens before inflammation, okay? Now, why is Qigong the foundation of Chinese medicine? Well, number 1, how do you prevent accumulation? It's emotional disturbances, emotional dysfunction. Now, emotions are not good or bad. Anger causes the muscles to contract, but anger is actually a healthy emotion that prevents you from being taken advantage of. But it's your thought processes that make you angry every day and stay in that state. Fear is another healthy emotion that keeps you from getting killed. But you can't wake up every day in fear. That's your thoughts. Worry is another one that causes your abdominals to contract, and worry makes you focus on creating an action plan so whatever you're worried about doesn't actually happen. So anger, fear, worry are the 3 that spin in our bodies, and it's our thoughts that take that out of place. And that's how we use food and sex and drugs and coffee and wine and cookies and cake and ice cream and cigarettes and all the things that we are looking for outside of us. We're taking those things in because we're not balanced internally. And that is controlled by the limbic system in your brain. So it is your thoughts that create the accumulation. And then you're like, I can't do anything about this. So when you feel despair and hopelessness, that's when you go into stagnation. And then after a period of time, then that becomes inflammation. Now, acupuncture is the best way to treat inflammation. So acupuncture is your best way to prevent dis-ease. But if we say that Qigong is the foundation of Chinese medicine, that means before we get to the inflammation, we can use Qigong to change the thoughts, to prevent the accumulation, and to prevent the stagnation. Now, obviously, movement is going to prevent stagnation. But what about accumulation? What are we're overeating. We're overdoing. So if we do the meditation, then we don't get into the accumulation, because the accumulation is a response to, I have no control over my life. I feel a sense of loss, like there's outside forces that are controlling me. But If you do the Qigong on a regular basis, you maintain control over your internal and your brain and your thoughts and your mind, because we're increasing blood flow to your brain. And when you have blood flow and blood oxygen and nutrients, you think more clearly. Wow. So we have the frontal lobe of the brain, and then we've got the pituitary. Then in the back, we've got the pineal. So when the pineal and the pituitary work together, then this opens up and we're connected to source energy. So this is why I teach Qigong. Now I'm going to tell you a really short story. Master Li was imprisoned in China for 8 years during the Cultural Revolution because they did not want him to teach Qigong. And so he said he did Qigong 12 hours a day. Now he's being tortured 8. He's doing Qigong for 12. That's 20 hours. That's only 4 hours of sleep. So that's the only thing that kept him alive. He's told me that 80% of the people who went to the prison with him died in prison. So that impressed me so much that I said, I've got to master this Qigong. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, okay? Now, everything is in your blood. Your blood is the substance that transports nutrients and carries away toxic waste. So we've got groceries and we got garbage. And the blood is responsible for that. And we think it's all about the heart. It's not. It's all about the lungs. The lungs control the heart rate and the blood pressure. So it's our lungs. And where do the thoughts come from for the exhale? They have to be self-generated. Inhaling is involuntary. So when your lungs expand, the blood goes out. But you have to think about the exhale for the blood to go into the lungs. Okay? Now, how can we make the lungs work better? Well, obviously, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. '76, '77, '78, '79, '80, 81, 82, stop the music, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. Now, 88 times is just about 2.5 minutes. So I want you to understand, if you do this 3 times a day, you're going to keep the chi flowing. Now, let's say you had a jar and it was half full of oil and you shook the jar up. You'd see bubbles. And after a few minutes, the bubbles would disappear. And then you have to shake the jar again. So the question is, if you sit in a chair for 8 hours a day, what's that doing to your chi?
No bubbles.
No bubbles, no chi. So you got to keep it moving. So if you sit at a desk all day long, if you do 3 deep bends on each corner of your desk, that's 12. So every hour, do 12 deep knee bends. And if you want to increase your brain power, you take your thumb and you put it over your lobe of your ear and you do this 14 times. And that's going to increase blood flow to your brain. This is the end of part 1. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You've been watching Sunrise Qigong, and I am your host, Dr. George Xavier Love. Stay tuned for part 2 right after